Now we bring back our spotlight to the trade war. In a world where trade dynamics are constantly shifting, ASEAN faces a crucial question. Should member countries negotiate tariffs individually with major economies, or is there greater strength in unity? Professor Shandre Mugan Thangavelu, head of the Jeffrey Cheah Institute on Southeast Asia, says there is room for both. Bilateral deals provide flexibility, while ASEAN's multilateral framework ensures collective strength.
So bilaterally, you can negotiate, but we still need the multilateral framework. So, for example, under the multilateral framework, let's say we take ASEAN Japan, or ASEAN Korea, and ASEAN China. We have that framework, the bigger framework that unifies and creates this big trading bloc. But the bilaterals are important because in a big trading bloc, China or Japan or Korea under ASEAN Plus framework can need to give to all the members. But China and Japan and Korea might like to give separately to each of the country. So in that case, a bilateral allow us to go deep dive into particular pillars, particular areas that they can push the frontier. And every FTA, including the ASEAN bilateral and the ASEAN Plus framework, go for renegotiation. So now we have renegotiated China into a more deeper and more push the frontier of reform and commitment. And the bilaterals comes into that. It's called the built-in agenda. So fairly, each time a bilateral takes place, and then the bilateral feeds back and create a dynamism in the multilateral framework itself. So both of them feed each other. They are not isolation and they're not mutually exclusive. So when individual countries go and negotiate with Trump, who has abandoned all rule-based, there's no rule. So small country cannot negotiate a larger country because rules protect small countries from being exploited by larger countries. So ASEAN, under its framework, allows each country to negotiate bilaterally because you can take Cambodia or Vietnam or Thailand, fairly their share of trade maybe around 20 to 30%. So with higher tariff, there is trade diversion. So they need to negotiate to make sure that trade diversion is mitigated to a large extent. For the medium and the long-term growth, is still ASEAN, is still the coalition. It's still what 80% that is built on a rule base.